I returned to the boiler room along with Aunt Natsui and told the room weekly that we hadn't found anything. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. When the seagulls cry. You know, Uminekos, they're seagulls. Yep. Yep. We figured that out a long time ago, so it's fine. But yeah, welcome back. Last time, to recap, it's been a bit since I last played or read, but if I remember correctly, it was big things happened. So yeah, we found Hideyoshi and Eva dead, and everyone, and this is important, everyone was there when they died. Okay, everyone that we know of other than Kinzo was there, except for Kinzo, but we'll get into that in a second. And then um yeah, they were dead, and there's no way a human could have pulled off the murder. Unlike with the murder of the six people. No, yeah. And unlike the disappearance of Kinzo, no human could have pulled that off because the windows were locked from the inside, and so was the door locked with the chain. So there's no way a human could have done it. Well, apparently, allegedly, as far as we're aware, because that was the whole request Battler put out to, you know, Maria through Beatrice to do a murder that no human could do. And you know, seemingly at least, she managed to succeed. I mean, she proved that she exists. Maybe she didn't. You know, let's not go with proof. Just yet. Seemingly proved. Okay. And then from there, we smelled something really bad, and we thought it was from the kitchen, so we went down. We realized it was not from the kitchen, and that it was from the boiler room. And you know, Kanon and Kumasawa ran first. Kanon arrived down here in the boiler room and was trying to fight Beatrice. Kanon didn't really care about dying. He was just trying to do his thing for Shannon, trying to get vengeance. He did not succeed. He also got nailed, or whatever that thing is, that weird like cone looking thing that stabbed him, and stabbed Eva and Hideyoshi as well. Stabbed him to the chest. We saw him dead. We arrived to see his dead body, and Battler, he didn't have any of it. He was like, nah. So he ran out to the courtyard where, you know, because the entire reason went down to the boiler room is because that's where the stench came from, the bad stench, and because that's where Kanon and Shikumasawa heard a bang from a door or something. When Battler ran down, he saw that this door, not this door, was it this door? Or whatever, the door that went out to the courtyard, might have been this one, might have been another one. He saw that it was like just rushedly like left open, as if someone was running out. So Battler chased after, but to no avail. And then Natsui came in and comforted him in a really wholesome moment. She comforted him and she was like, "Don't worry, I'm here for you, kids. I'll protect you." And that was a really great moment. Natsui being the real mother figure here, because she's the only one left. She's the only adult left at this point. I mean, only adult non-servant left. Of course, there's Kumasawa left. There's Genji left, but you know, those are not the same comfort that Nazi brings to the family, you know, and she's the last one left. So, yeah, a lot of pressure here is put onto Nazi, I feel like. Also a lot of suspicions, I guess, in a way. But at this point, it is hard to say what's really going on. Kanon is dead. The Beatrice, or whoever it is that's done these killings, has managed to kill half of all the people. Yes, 9 are down. 6 people died originally. Then Kanon and Hideyoshi and Eva, that's 9. If you count Kinzo, that's even more than half, but let's not count Kinzo because he could be still alive. That's 9 dead and 9 alive. That is half of all people. Very tragic. Not a lot of people left. Not a lot of alive people left that we can suspect. If we assume that Beatrice doesn't exist. Not a lot of people alive that we can accuse. So makes it interesting now. What's gonna happen next? And what are they gonna think now? I wonder what the others are gonna think. Are they gonna start believing Beatrice now? Because there's no way they can suspect each other of doing the killing of killing Kanon, right? Are they gonna suspect Kumasawa of running in there, killing Kanon, and then acting like she's worried about his death? Come on now. There's no way they'd do that, right? And also, they can't explain that unless maybe that they might try suspecting Kumasawa on the basis that she purposely left a stench down below in the boiler, then put up like some, I don't know, she might be good at chemistry or something, so she put up some substances together, and then as she was up with the rest looking at Evan Hideyoshi, she timed the bang that was gonna happen in the boiler room, but even that doesn't really make sense. It's a big stretch, you know. I mean, I know Battler said that we have to be way out there to be able to solve this mystery. You know, we can't be or you know, considering the murders and everything, but that's very out there, so doubtful. But a lot of theories, but at this point it's hard to imagine that one of us did the murders. It's hard to imagine that a human could possibly pull off these murders, right? I mean, the one on Evan Hideyoshi especially, how can you explain that? I mean, I guess never say never. Never say never. It could be possible that a human being managed to do that, even though the chain, there was still a chain there, and the windows were locked. So how would a human get in or out? Hmm. Again, can be explained, and the thing on the door too, the magic circle that Maria was talking about how about how, yeah, if Beatrice wanted to, she could teleport. There was that whole thing going on. So, I mean, yeah, this can be discussed further, but for now we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. I wanna be reminded by what the magic circle meant again, cause I forgot. Let's see if Maria repeats it. The magic circle was on the door. I I think it meant, yeah, I don't really remember what it meant, but she did mention at some point that Beatrice has the ability to teleport thanks to Gap, I think, was it? The one of the demons can give her the ability to teleport, or at least to, yeah. During the discussion about how Kenzo managed to disappear, even though the receipt was on the door, was because, yeah, Beatrice has the ability to teleport, so that's no problem for Beatrice, according to Maria, of course. But yeah, before we get into it, I do want to thank you guys so much for the amount of support I'm getting with this series. I mean, unbelievable. I am currently on 75 subscribers. That is insane. That is incredible. Just a month ago, I was on 65, and that was insane to me too, because a month before that, I was on like 54. Almost exponential growth, and the amount of people watching and enjoying this series too. I am very glad, and I'm getting a lot of comments as well about people, uh, on different people and stuff, and it's been great. I've enjoyed this a lot, and I enjoyed the visual novel a lot. So I'm glad that a lot of people are enjoying me playing through or reading through the visual novel. Uh, yeah, welcome. This has been great. We're gonna keep it going. Uh, let's for now. The main goal is to try and finish episode 1, however long it is. I don't know, but yeah, we'll try our best, and let's see where we get off to. But we're gonna keep it going. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for the massive amount of support, because when I record these videos, I am just me. You know, I don't. They, I don't. One of the things I appreciate about this YouTube channel, the way I do this YouTube channel, is that I'm always me. I never fake my personality, and that's something I want to hold no matter what. So the fact that it makes me really happy that there are people willing to watch this anyway, despite me being me, if that makes sense. You know, it makes me happy that people find enjoyment in these videos anyway. So that's crazy to me, because just like Battler and George and Jessica are talking about how you know how people behave differently when talking to family and talking to friends. That's true, and that's even true for me, of course. But when I record these videos, I'm not talking to family. I ain't talking to to friends or anything like that. I'm just talking to myself essentially. So this is the most me being me ever in a way. This is just me talking, well, saying my opinions and stuff. So this is yeah, sure, it's being posted on the internet, of course, on YouTube, but uh, that doesn't change the fact that I'm really not talking directly to anybody. I'm just commentating on what's going on, and I'm just being me, and the, it makes me happy too, because sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, because yeah, that's another thing. When I upload these videos, because I live in Europe, when I upload these videos, I reckon a lot of people who watch this might be uh, from um, from North America, for example. They might be from the United States or something, or could be Canada or something, whatever it is, wherever people are from. So I reckon when I upload these videos, it'll be like either in the middle of the night or probably early morning for Americans, for example. So whenever whenever I get comments, this could just be coincidence, but whenever I get comments, I usually wake up in the morning to see them, and I'll see that a comment has been given to me. I get a notification that a comment has been, as someone commented, and that the comment was given to me at 3 a.m. And I'll be like, I'll be there 7 a.m. in the morning, like, about to go to university, just seeing, oh wait, oh my god, it's a lovely comment on one of my videos. That's great. It makes me happy. And I'm like, whoa. And then I see it's from 3 a.m. And then I go like, oh yeah, this might just be, this might be just someone watching. This might be an American watching, and you know, nothing wrong with that, of course. And just because in American time, that 3 a.m. will probably be like, well, 9 p.m., 8 p.m., just normal time. But for me, that's in the middle of the morning. So I'll wake up, see a comment, and be like, oh, how lovely. So and then I'll respond, and it makes me happy, because then when I go to university and then I study and stuff and spend and so it makes me happy that, oh, okay, people are enjoying me being me reading this visual novel. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So yeah, um, and I did not expect this massive amount of support for this series. I'll be honest. I didn't even think I was gonna get any support at all. Whenever I play games, or in this case read visual novels on my channel, I never do them because I expect them to get a lot of views at all. In fact, I expected this to be the series that I get the least supporting, because I didn't even think Umineko was, was like a big series at all. If I played some games that are or and stuff like that are much more popular, I feel like, in general, than Umineko. So the fact that this has gotten the most support out of anything I've ever done is, it's insane, and it just shows that, hey, things are unpredictable. You never know what could happen. And I guess my mindset is, if I just stick to being me and doing what I enjoy the most, rather than doing whatever it how to put it, whatever I think will get the most support, is always the way to go. So yeah, I'm glad the amount that I'm enjoying this visual novel is the same as the amount that people enjoy me reading through this visual novel. That's fantastic, because I'm loving this. If I wasn't liking this, if if I read the first, if I didn't like this visual novel, I would have stopped reading it by the first 3 parts, and now we're on part 30. So clearly, I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, but we're gonna keep it going. I've babbled on fair enough, but I just want to show support. God damn it. Just want to show my thanks for the massive amount of support. And yeah, let's keep it going here. So he returned to the boiler room from the courtyard with Nazi and told the room weekly that we hadn't found anything. Right. Let's see here. Let's fix the mic. There we go. Oh yeah. They told me that Dr. Nanjo and George Aniki had carried Kanon-kun to the servant room. Interesting. I'm guessing they used. I'm guessing they used. They didn't want. They used like towels or something, or cause the fingerprints, right? You don't want to have your fingerprints on Kanon's body. I'm guessing they use towels or some like gloves or something to carry him. But Nanjo and George, okay, to the servant room. Okay, they didn't want to let him rest in peace here. Interesting that they didn't want to let him rest in peace here. Well, I say rest in peace. None of these people are resting in peace. No, all these people are getting murdered. They're not resting in peace. But I meant more like when police come over here to take evidence, they don't want to leave the scene as it was for this specific case, but they wanted to for the other cases. The seventh room had a first aid kit and a sink, and could apparently function as a nurse's office. Oh, they're trying to revive him. They think he could still survive. Nah, it's too late. Kanon's out. Kanon is out, y'all. They think he has a chance. Man got stabbed in the chest. I mean, okay, maybe he might have a chance. First aid kit and a sink, a nurse's office. Okay. Kumasawa-san and Jessica had accompanied them. Interesting. So the only ones left now should be Genji. No, wait, not Genji. Yeah, Genji. No, yeah, it was Nanjo that went. So Genji, me, Natsui, and Maria. I wanna say 4 of us, but there should be in total 8 of us. Yeah, yeah. So the 4 of us are here right now. Okay. Stains from Kanon-kun's blood remained on the floor. Actually, about Maria, if she's here, I wonder what she thinks. Okay. Judging by the large amount of blood lost and the ruthless shape of the weapon that had fallen unceremoniously to the ground, I figured Dr. Nanjo's treatment will probably end in vain. Yeah, that's what I think too, to be honest. That's what I think too. I think Kanon's gone. I think Kanon's gonna leave us for the next world. Or not, or for the witch world, whatever it is. Because according to the epitaph, she's going to revive them or something. I don't really know how that works, but or we could find the gold and get the inheritance. That's another thing that was said in the letter this time, not in the epitaph. In the letter, she was like, if you find the gold, yeah, you get the inheritance. See ya. Oh yeah, one more thing is, I've let the I've let my laptop here be fully charged. So I'm hoping this is just a random theory from me. That has nothing to do with Umineko. Hopefully this gives better frame rates. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but maybe if my laptop is fully charged, then the frame rate will be better for the visual novel. Maybe not. Okay. That weapon was doubtlessly the same type that had been stuck in Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi's foreheads. What do you mean doubtlessly? It was definitely the same. Was it not the same type? Do I not know what doubtlessly means? Why would you doubt that? It was the same type, wasn't it? We saw it. They talked about it. Last part. Wait. Unless I'm an absolute idiot. There it is. Let's do this. Yeah, certainly. Without doubt. Okay, so I know what doubtlessly means. I ain't an idiot. God damn it. I got a text. Sorry, guys. Well, who the frick texted me? What do you want? Okay. Apparently, okay, okay. This is nothing to do with Umineko, but apparently exactly 9 years ago today, a picture of me and this person was posted. Oh my god, I looked really young there. Okay. Random thing to just happen. Sorry for cutting this Umineko video in the middle. Someone just texted me in the middle. Here we go. I just said very cool in Norwegian because you know I'm from Norway, so it's just very, very cool. It's a cool photo. It's old. It's old. Both me and him looked really young there. Okay. Back to Umineko. Sorry, friend. Back to Umineko. I ain't got time for you. Time to Umineko. That weapon was doubtless the same type I've been stuck in anti-Evan Uncle Hideyoshi's foreheads. So was it not the same type? God damn, that photo still brings me memory of the past. We're playing Umineko. Alright. But wait, isn't the demonic design on the handle a little different? So it was the same. I think I think the text there was weird. I think the text earlier was saying that that weapon is definitely the same type. Unless I don't know how to read. That is very possible. Okay, but wait, isn't the demonic design on the handle a little different? Yeah, isn't that what Kanon-kun said before he died? It's been like 4 days since I last played Umineko, so which sucks too because it was such a climactic moment, or more like 2 3 days actually. But um, it was such a climactic moment. But I'm pretty sure Kanon mentioned that it was a little bit of a different design on the handle. I think there seemed to be some small differences in that part. Still, as far as their overall shape was concerned, the weapons were all of the same type. Okay, so now he's saying that it was the same type. I'm gonna interpret the text earlier as saying the weapons were 100% the same. I'm just, or pretty much the same. Small differences in the demonic symbols. You should ask Maria for that. You know, ask Maria what it means. She might know the differences. Though it had seemed brutal, we'd left the weapons stuck into Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi to preserve the crime scene. Yeah, yeah. So this was the first time I was able to have a perfect view of the entire weapon. Let's see, what chapter are we in right now? We're on chapter 14. Not like I know how many chapters there are in an episode, but I reckon let's try to finish chapter 14 this part if you can. If we can, let's try to finish chapter 14. Alright, let's go back. New information on Canon? No, not yet. I guess we have to hear the rain drop first. Alright, let's try to finish chapter 14, yeah. I think that would be good. Indeed, the weapon was not bladed like a knife, but shaped like an ice pick. Or rather, a thin steak. Yeah, we've seen it. And also, it had a spiral-shaped design, sort of like a drill. Yeah, we've seen. Yeah, remember that. You remember that on Hideyoshi. Yeah, that was my first reaction. That it looked like a drill. It was weird. To use a disturbing analogy, it looked like something that might be driven into the hearts of human sacrifices in some demonic ritual. Well, I mean, it kinda is a demonic ritual. What's going on right now, isn't it? This demon's roulette thing. Including the handle, it was about 25 centimeters long. 25? That's much longer than I thought it was. 25 is like... no, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because, yeah, I gotta remember that a big chunk of it too was stuck inside Hideyoshi's head. A decent chunk of it. So 25 centimeters makes sense. That's like, well, a fourth of a meter. Yeah, a fourth of a meter. That makes sense. A meter's like this. That's 25 centimeters. Yeah, it probably is that long. Makes sense. Half of that was the steak-shaped part, which was stained with deep red blood. Right, and the other half was the rest. The handle. Okay. The length of the blood-stained part made it clear just how deeply it must have penetrated into Kanon-kun's chest. So 12.5 centimeters. Let me see. Yeah, that is actually very deep. That is, I'm doing like roughly 12.5 centimeters on my own chest right now, in my own chest, and it's pretty deep. Kanon's survival is not very likely, I don't think. Internal organs. Imagine maybe a lung was penetrated. Unfortunate. Who knows? But on not seeing the rest, we're not even looking at the weapon. Instead, standing in front of the incinerator where the horrible stench was emanating from. Maria's here too. Interesting. So the horrible stench was coming from the incinerator? Maybe you can find some clue there, I guess? They probably pulled that out of the furnace where it must have been burning. Pulled what? What was burning? Pull that? Must have been burning. It was still smoldering and kept sending out dense waves of that awfully unpleasant smell. So whatever it is that was sending out the unpleasant smell was burning? Genji-san and Maria were staring down at it. Okay, what was it? Natsu probably couldn't stand to look directly at it. Don't tell me it's like a human body part or something. Or like an eye or something. Come on, don't tell me something that disgusting. She kept shaking her head, her back to it. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get jump scared by something? I thought that after everything that's happened, nothing could surprise me anymore, but this was... What is it? I stood there for a while moaning with a rising urge to vomit. Let me look at it. Am I gonna vomit? The true nature of that unearthly stench was something burning, something disgusting burning. Was the charred smell from within the incinerator of a burning corpse. Right, and okay. I guess we I see. Whose corpse? I mean all of us are here. Has to be Kinzo's corpse, right? Unless there's more people on the island that I'm not aware of, or it's Bad Teacher herself. Has to be Kinzo's corpse then, surely. But if Kinzo's dead, then we're really done for. Kinzo's the only person who knows, who might know what's going on, who can help us here. A burning corpse from within the incinerator, I see. The clothes, the surface of the body, and the hair were all hideously burned. That grotesque corpse was in a state where not the face, nor the age, nor even the gender could be guessed at. Right, probably on purpose. So we can't even guess if it's Kinzo or not. That sucks. If you assume there is no 19th person, it has to be Kinzo. Because we know everyone else that died. We know literally about everyone else that died. And Kinzo's the only one missing. So if it's not Kinzo's corpse, that immediately confirms that there's a 19th person. Has to be. Has to confirm it. Not even the gender? Yeah, that is bad. Not the face. Okay, but when I thought about it calmly, I realized that a corpse appearing at this time could only be one person. Exactly. Could only be Kinzo. Grandfather, who had disappeared that morning, and whose whereabouts had been unknown. Has to be. And it makes sense because I guess the only place we hadn't looked for Grandfather was down in the boiler room. But if Grandfather is dead, Kinzo, then he can't see, he won't get to see Beatrice smile one last time. Isn't that his entire wish? Isn't that the entire point of this? Kinzo wants to see Beatrice smile one more time, so he didn't care if anyone died. I guess his bet lost. He lost his bet. You don't get to see Beatrice smile. That sucks, bro. It's most likely the master. You're awfully calm about this, considering you've been serving him for like 4 decades. You're still, I mean, you're awfully calm about everything, but damn, Genji, that's literally your master. You've been serving him for 40 years, and he's just like, oh, that's his burning body. Brutal. Man, that sucks. I mean, that's what the natural conclusion would be.
このようなお姿でお亡くなりになるとはおいたわしや。
でもこの死体本当にじいさまだって保証はあるんすか？
Nope, no proof.
こうも黒焦げじゃ性別さえも想像つかないってのに。
Yeah, you can't even tell the gender. Yeah, that's because like not being able to tell the face is a lot of times you can still tell the gender even if you can't see the face if it's burned really badly. But if you can't even tell the gender, that is bad. That is awfully burned. That is really just badly burned. You can't see the face, you can't see the age. Okay, fine. You can't see the gender, right? Because that is badly burned. But if it isn't Kinzo, that does add even more mysteries to everything. If Kinzo just appears in the parlor after this, I'm really gonna be shook. Or in his study? I don't know anymore.
バトラ君、足をご覧なさい。
Look at feet. Oh, were Kinzo's feet special? Can we find something from the feet? Nancy, with her handkerchief over her mouth and her eyes averted, pointed and told me to look at the burnt corpse feet. Hmm?
両足の指です。
The
よ
toes
く
on
ご覧になってください。
the toes on both feet look closely. Well, did Kinzo have long nails on his toes or something? Nah, but those will be burned. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Are Kinzo's toes weird shaped? That you might be able to tell. Oh yeah, that's Kinzo? Or maybe there's something drawn. Maybe there's another magic circle drawn on the toes?
本当だ。
You're right. Just as Genji-san had said, there were 6 toes on each foot. What? 6 toes. Right then. I don't think Kinzo has 6. Did Kinzo have 6 toes? I know there's humans out there that exist that have 6 toes. I know those exist. Some even have 7 toes on each foot. I mean, I know those exist, but it was never mentioned to us that Kinzo either had or didn't have 6 toes on each foot. But if he didn't, wouldn't that immediately? I mean, they should know if he does, right? And if he doesn't, then or especially freaking Genji should know. And if Genji confirms that Kinzo didn't have 6 toes on each foot, there's a 19th person. That already confirms it then, surely. Each of the toes had been arranged so normally that I hadn't noticed.
親方様はお生まれの時から両足の指に特徴がございました。
There we go. So I was gonna say like Genji should know. So that confirms that it's Kinzo, which now again confirms that, well, it doesn't confirm anything, but for now it satisfies that there's only 18 people on the island and that no witch bullcrap, no witch 19th person extra person bullcrap can be said for now. Well, can be proven for now. Alright. The master had these uniquely characteristic toes since birth.
そして故に親方様は後ろ宮家の最高を託されたのです。
Because of his toes? Consequently, because he had such weird toes, well, I say weird, unique toes, he was entrusted with the revival of the Yushiromiya family. Makes sense.
後ろ宮家には昔から生まれつき多子症の方が多かったそうです。
I'm guessing Polydactyly means many toes or like extra toes or something.
多分遺伝的なものでしょう。
Could be hereditary. Because I know poly means many, so it does make sense. Multiple toes. Okay. Polydactyly or polydactyly, I don't know. Literally means many fingers. Oh, there you go. Because poly means many, so dactyly, I guess, or dactyli means fingers. Sure. Because of a little mistake by God when the person is born. I like the way you described that, Battler. One of their toes or fingers split into 2, and the total number increases. Because of a little mistake, my God. What a description. But I thought, I mean, I don't know what religion Battler believes in or not, but I thought everything God does is on purpose, right? God doesn't make mistakes, as far as I'm aware, right? Okay, okay. One of the toes or fingers splits into 2, and the total number increases. Do you guys reckon God is a woman? Yeah, there's definitely religions out there where it's like, oh yeah, God is a woman. Confirmed. I mean, I think most people probably think God is genderless, right? But just a random thought. Just a random thought. I think most people believe God is genderless, or most people probably don't care. But he's genderless. But people still call him, at least in Christianity, they'll call him Father, and also came about as Jesus. You know, in his human form is Jesus. So then that's a man. That's a guy. So I guess in Christianity, he's a he's a guy. At least his human form is a guy. But okay, I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable with Christianity. I ain't Christian, so I can't help there. Okay, and the total number increases. Right, a little mistake. But a big deal isn't usually made of polydactyly in the world at large. That's because it isn't a disease, but something people are born with. Yeah. I mean, having many extra toes doesn't affect you in any way. You just have extra toes. That doesn't, you know, there could be other things at birth that could harm you much more than just extra toes. If anything, an extra toe you can do, like, you can just like have fun with people about it. Like, haha, look, fun party trick. Haha, I have an extra toe. Lamau, I'm unique. I have an extra toe. See that? Kind of like how George said that young people to develop individuality, uh, they try to be different. There you go. Extra toe. Boosh. I got an extra toe. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. I'm the only one that does. Hell yeah. All right. So the hospital is already aware of it when they are still babies, and at about the time they turn 1 year old, they are given surgery to make them normal. Wait, oh, why? What the frick? Why? Just keep them 6. Just have him be extra. Why not? Or unless there's a medical reason that yeah, they should probably be quote unquote normal. Maybe. Maybe it's like bad for the foot if you have an extra toe. Could be like could harm you when you're walking or something. I don't really know. I don't really know how that works. But I don't know. I ain't the doctor. I don't take care of babies. That's not what I do. Okay. So even if a child has polydactyly, it is treated before they become self-aware, so they might not even remember it themselves. I see. Incidentally, it seems that it can occur with a probability of about 1 in every 2,000 babies. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot more than I thought. So even though it's not usually seen, it isn't that rare at all. Yeah, that doesn't sound that rare, yeah. Speaking of which, I think Uncle Hideyoshi mentioned something to me long ago. Something about how even Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the man who unified Japan at the end of the Sengoku period, possessed 6 fingers on one hand. On one hand, okay. But on the other he had 5, I guess. So is Hideyoshi's name inspired by Toyotomi Hideyoshi? Because Hideyoshi unifies? Anyway, according to Aunt Natsui, among the many Ushiromiya family heads, the ones praised most for their wisdom had all possessed polydactyly. Maybe that's not a coincidence. Did Beatrice have a hand in that? Because of that, when grandfather was born, his relatives were all excited at the thought that he might become another wise leader, and he kinda did, to be fair, through the help of Beatrice, but he still kinda did. And when the leading relatives all died in the Great Kanto earthquake, it was apparently argued that if anyone could restore the family from that, it will be grandfather because of the auspicious sign of his birth. Interesting. Interesting that even through all that, Kinzo was still a part of the branch family and didn't give him the same care as the main family. Great Kanto earthquake. If grandfather thought being the head was not a bad gig, this 6th toe must have been pretty lucky for him. Come to think of it, I think I've heard about some country where it's believed that people with polydactyly should be treated as gods and revered. Some country? Which country? If you know. This is beside the point, but it's fairly common in mystery novels for a corpse to be burned to hide whose body it is. Yeah, and we are reading a mystery novel right now, so I guess, yeah. But it looks like in grandfather's case, just being toasted wasn't enough to hide the proof of his identity. Yeah, but I mean, maybe the culprit didn't notice, but wouldn't the culprit at that point just like cut the sixth toe off on both sides? Seems to be like the culprit at that point wanted us to know that it's Kinzo and nobody else, right? Because they noticed something like that, surely, and make his toes normal. Or maybe they didn't think about it. Didn't think that far. Beatrice, did you not think that far? Nah, surely. Nah, the way Beatrice has killed so far, if it is Beatrice that's been killing, she wants us to see all these bodies, and she wants us to know, hey, your relatives are dying. She wants us to know. Alright. Muddy even laid out a message to her and everything. Oh yeah, kill them this way. Do it. So. And grandfather's body was not simply burnt. Okay, we heard the raindrops. We'll check the character file in a second. Just like Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi and Kanon Kuntu, who had been stabbed in his chest, he had one of those demon's ice picks stuck into his forehead. Okay, you didn't mention that until now. Okay, demon's ice picks.
指に当主の指輪がありません。
Yeah, wait, I guess Genji wasn't there. Yeah, because he freaking tossed that. He was like, this ring out the window, and then Beatrice picked it up, and that's how she's been sending these letters. That ring is not on his finger. No.
昨夜の手紙の通りということですか。
So everything is as the letter last night said.
お父様、さぞやご無念でしょう。
Do you think? I mean, yeah, I do think he would be, because he wanted to see Beatrice smile, but his bet did not pay off. I'll tell you that much. Grandfather did not get to see. Kinzo did not get to see. He did not get to see Beatrice smile, or maybe he did. Maybe before Kinzo died, Beatrice was like, "Fine, I'll let you see my smile one more time. There you go, I smiled. Okay, time to burn now. Peace." All right. How? I wonder if Nanjo can do an or like a quick autopsy, I guess, and tell us how long ago it's been since the body started burning or something. Because we were not smelling the stench the entire time, and we know whoever was in here. Yeah, this body must have started burning very recently. I mean, and I'm talking after the deaths of Hideyoshi and Eva. That's how recently I bet this body's been burning. I'm guessing. Right? Because it was after they had gone to Eva's room and found her, and the Kanon. Yeah, it was after Kanon and the rest found Eva and Hideyoshi dead, and they saw the magic circle and everything, and then tried to break into the room. After all that, they started hearing the foul stench. So, yeah, Kinzo died after that, which means whenever Kinzo disappeared, whether he was kidnapped or not, he was down here. Now he's burned. Okay. Interesting. Aunt Natsu let her head droop and close her eyes tightly. This room had also become a vital crime scene for us to hand over to the police. Right. It was decided that we would leave grandfather's corpse here and lock the room, sealing it. Okay, we're locking the room. Okay. It wasn't clear when grandfather's corpse started burning in the incinerator. It wasn't clear. But we can at least say it was after Evan Hideyoshi's deaths, and it was after the magic circle was drawn, right? On their guest room in the mansion. We can at least Maybe say that much. Based on when we started smelling the foul stench. I think. Since, according to Genji-san, the flames hadn't been that strong, the body must have started burning a long time ago. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. So, maybe, I guess, the foul stench took its time to arrive all the way to where we were. Right? It took its time, so it started burning a long time ago, but the stench didn't... It took its time before the stench started really popping off. And that stench must have slowly crept out of the furnace and filled the room bit by bit, eventually pouring out and climbing up the staircase. Sure. So maybe the culprit started burning Kinzo's body first. Then... yeah, I guess? Then went up to kill Evan Hideyoshi? Possibly. But, yeah, because... we know at some point, Kinzo disappeared at some point between 8 a.m. and like 11 a.m. or 10 a.m.-ish. Somewhere around that time he disappeared. And he started burning... when Evan Hideyoshi went up at... what? Was it 3 p.m. or something? When they went up to the rooms? And now it's what? 7 p.m. I think? We can check. What the frick? It just says it's Sunday. It doesn't tell me what time it is. Sure. Okay, but so he died after he disappeared, but I don't think he started burning right after he disappeared, because by then the stench would have come to us before Evan Hideyoshi even left to go for their guest room. So I'm guessing it happened. Let's see. I'm guessing it must have happened after they went to their guest room, but before they died then, based on this description. Since according to Genji-san, the flames hadn't been that strong. They hadn't been that strong. The body must have started burning a long time ago. And that stench must have slowly crept out of the furnace and filled the room bit by bit, eventually pouring out and climbing up the staircase. Okay. Putting aside whether he was rare or well done. Okay, rare or well done. Okay. Grandfather had been brought out, killed and burned, even though he had started out in the locked room created by his auto-lock. There's probably no doubt in this. Right, because there was also the thing on his forehead. He also had the demonic knife or stick on his forehead too. So he must have been killed first. So maybe the culprit, if it was Beatrice or not, killed him first, waited until the right time, then started burning his body. Right? Killed him with the same way they killed Kanon and the rest. Put him here, had him burn. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine. That you just waited for the right time to burn him, so that we would purposely smell the stench and come down here. They were clearly trying to lure us down here to the boiler, though, with the stench. That was because why else would they burn the body? They knew that it would create a foul stench and have us come down here. Okay, there's probably no doubt in this. However, according to Genji-san, the boiler room is usually locked. One more thing. Oh yeah, I mean, Beatrice can teleport, so even if it is usually locked, she can get in here. Whatever. Let's check Kinzo's character file, because we heard a raindrop dropped up. So Kinzo's dead. Yoshiromiya Kinzo, entire body burned. Burned in incinerator with a weapon resembling an ice pick having been rammed into his forehead. The old mage's wish scattered, ungranted. Wait, ungranted? How do you know that? How do you know that? Maybe before his death he got to see... Maybe he got to see her her smile just before he died. Maybe she showed herself to him and was like, here's my smile, and then killed him. But okay, I mean, if the visual novel is confirming that his wish is ungranted, then I'll believe the visual novel more than what any theories that I have. Or maybe the visual novel is trying to trick me into thinking this. Who knows? This is but one possible result of the gamble he always knew was not in his favor. I mean, he gambled. He did. I don't know if he won or not. I don't know if this is what Kinzo planned or not, but this is the result. The probability that someone outside our group was lurking around committing the crimes was now overwhelmingly high. Yeah. I mean, it's not 100% high, but it's like 96% high at least, right? It's like, it's very doubtful that one of us managed to do these killings at this point. It has to be, I mean, there has to be some really good explanations that somehow has managed, that one of us has managed to do all of this. That would have to be insane. That would be, but yeah, I don't even know how. And there was also a good chance that this person was walking around with something like a master key. Doesn't explain how they managed to get out the door though. They managed to get out the room, even if they had the master key. How did they get out the room with I mean, yeah, how did they get out of the room of Evan Hideyoshi's room with a master key? I guess that also works on chains. I don't know. They just have a key for everything. They witchcraft. That's the explanation. Maybe not. After all, the doors and windows throughout the mansion had been checked. But despite that, the culprit was freely strutting around the mansion. Beatrice. Ooh, new soundtrack, Mind. Ooh. After this latest crime, can we now be sure that the 19th person exists? I think almost certainly yes. They haven't shown themselves once, and yet they're trying to tout their existence. Along with Kirya-san's chessboard theory, I've been using this contradiction to deny the existence of a 19th person. By flipping over the chessboard once more, the very fact that this crime makes it perfectly obvious that a 19th person exists. The very fact that this crime makes it perfectly obvious that the 19th person exists means that the existence of the 19th person is even less possible. Oh! You're saying this, that the culprit is trying to make it as obvious as possible that a 19th person exists. Almost unbelievably obvious. So obvious that there's no way we could believe otherwise. And yet, you're willing to... By flipping the chessboard, you're still getting the answer. You're right, you're still getting the answer that... But that means that a 19th person existing is even less probable. As long as that 19th person doesn't show themselves in front of us. Right. Because there's... But yeah, the contradiction that a 19th person exists and hasn't shown themselves to us yet. However, still is trying to make it so believable to us that this 19th person exists. They're trying to make it so believable, but at the same time hasn't directly shown themselves to us. Whatever wavelength thing Maria's talking about, whatever, makes it that contradiction. And by flipping over the chessboard, yeah, I get the same answer. If the 19th person doesn't show themselves to us, then it has to be someone acting like... But how? How would one of us manage to do these murders? That is nuts. But yeah, by flipping over the chessboard, that is the answer you'd get to. The very fact that this crime makes it perfectly obvious that a 19th person exists means that the existence of a 19th person is less possible. What the frick? As long as that 19th person doesn't show themselves in front of us. If the culprit could get grandfather out through the door sealed by the receipt, if they could kill Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi from the other side of a door sealed by a chain, then is it possible for them to even create a fictional 19th person through strange tricks and devices? If you still want to believe that the culprit is among us, then the list of suspects is very short. Hey, less than half of us remain. Less than half of us remain. We're still on episode 1. What is gonna happen in the next 8 episodes? That's another thing. We're on episode 1, and less than half of us remain. How with only the characters we have left are you gonna create an 8-episode story, assuming that every episode is at least as long as episode 1 here, and we're 14 chapters in, unless maybe episode 1 is the longest one. Because how are we gonna create a story with this? Unless maybe Kanon survives, and then, you know, only half of us are dead, and not less than half. Well, not more than half are dead. That's nuts. This list of suspects is extremely short. It's hard to believe that any of us managed to commit these crimes. The 4 kids, Aunt Natsu, Genji, and Nanjo. Genji-san. And Kumosawa. Sorry, Kumosawa-chan. Sorry for forgetting you. And Dr. Nanjo. That's it. One of these people has to be the culprit. If we flip the chessboard and use the contradiction theory, yes. But man, whoever it is has to be the greatest murderer of all time. I'm just saying, if there is no witchcraft going on, whoever the murderer is the greatest murderer of all time. Because this is insane. The explanation for how these murders have happened, I don't know how I'd go about it. If I was the person writing this story, I don't know how. If the culprit was one of us, and there's no witchcraft, there's nothing going on, just completely natural. If I was the writer of this story, I have no clue how to feasibly manage to explain that one of us has managed to do it. That is insane. Wait, we can't be sure of that. We can't. We also can't be sure that it's not that. Just a second ago, we started doubting whether the body here was actually grandfather's, right? Maybe you should try thinking of the other bodies in the same way. Oh. What do you mean by that? Oh. Wait. You're saying some of the bodies are fake? Like puppets or something? Oh. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that possibility. How? But how? What are you thinking, Battler? For example, the first 6 all had their faces horribly destroyed. Oh, but no, you can still... No, but they left half of the face remaining. They wanted us to know who died. They wanted us to know. Some of the bodies had kept enough of their faces for us to confirm who they were, but my old bastard, for example. But yeah, and your dad is the only person who has died that told us that he was going to die before he even died. That is nuts. Had lost his entire face as though it had been peeled off. So then how did you manage to know it was him? Oh, because of the coat. Yeah, because of the coat. Oh. You're right. So what if he's alive somewhere on the island, but the coat he's just wearing something else, other clothes. The coat, he just put his coat above some other puppet or some other body. Oh. We'd only figured out which body was which by their clothes and surroundings. Exactly. Oh. Had the culprit prepared a fake corpse beforehand and disguised it to make it look like they died, then hit someone and continue their killing spree? Okay, but that still only solves a fourth of the mystery. Even if that was true, and the culprit was, let's say, Rudolph or some freak, that guy's wilding if that's true. It's got to make it look like they died. But if that was true, that only explains so much, Battler. I hope you realize that. But if that theory is true, I haven't even thought of that. That's genius. But if that's true, let's say it was Rudolph, how would he have brought a corpse here without us noticing it? Is it like one of his bags? Inside one of his bags he just had a fake corpse? Or maybe he had like a doll corpse that he can just put together and rip apart if he wanted to? But wouldn't we notice it was a doll corpse? Or not, if it was a fake corpse that you can build together? Like, you can put the arms in the torso, or other arm, there we go, head. Maybe that he built it while he was here? It's not impossible. But even then, that does not explain the lock room situation with Kinzo, and it doesn't explain how Evan Hideyoshi died, despite the room being locked from the inside and the windows being shut. That does not explain those. And how the hell did they manage to get Canon. Canon was slashing about and we saw some butterflies and then boom, suddenly he was stabbed. Okay. It sounds ridiculous, but that doesn't mean it's an impossible trick. It's not an impossible trick. It's far out there, like you said, but it's not impossible. You're right. It's too early to give in to this 19th person. No. This witch. At this point, does she even exist? I believe in her.
それ以上しげしげと見てはなりません。
Dude, but Maria does not care. Maria does not care. You can show Maria the most brutal of things. She just stare there like, cool. Yeah, she does not care. But at this point, yeah, I'm willing to believe the witch exists, but it's still nuts.
さあ、バトラ君も。
Battler can too.
カノンの容体も気になりますし、いつまでもこのようなところにはいられません。
Kanon's dead, most likely. If he still is alive, at least then we'd have half remaining.
戻りましょう。
If not, then we'd only have 8 remaining. And there were 18 of us to start. There's not a lot of us left. Let's go back. Okay. Mari hadn't gone out with everyone else, but had remained in the boiler room. Y'all sure y'all wanna let Maria stay alone in the boiler room? What? Guys? Hello? There's... Don't... First things first, it's a little girl. Don't risk a little girl dying. Cause you know what can happen if you leave a person alone. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen to Canon. Don't let someone be alone. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. If Canon is still alive, then I think before he dies, with his dying breath, he should just like tell us a hint or something that could get us closer to the truth. If he managed to find anything, because all I found was just some butterflies, but maybe Canon saw something different. Maybe Canon knows something, or maybe he's too dead to talk. The thing she was staring fixedly at was probably the magic circle. There's a magic circle, maybe? Not grandfather's body, but the demon's ice pick that was sticking out of his forehead. She was trying to analyze it. I see. I see, okay. No doubt an irresistible item for the obsessed. I see. I hope she can tell us the differences between this ice pick, the ice picks with Evan Hideyoshi, and the ice pick with Canon. Because Mari's the only person who would know that. And I hope she also repeats. Man, I guess I should just rewatch my last part because I hope I want her to repeat what the magic circle from Evan Hideyoshi's room meant. But I could just rewatch last part once I'm done with this. I wrapped her on the head. You wrapped her on the head.
おい、マリア。ベアトリーチェの目的は何なんだ。俺たち全員の命か。
That's a fantastic question. Beatrice is after something. Well, she's after... No. She knows what she's after. According to the letter, she's doing this because it's part of the contract between her and Kinzo. And once the contract is over, which it was over when he threw the ring and everything, he'd come to take his sacrifices because she was willing to give Kinzo the gold. Isn't that it? But let me look at something here. Alright. Here we go. She's gone demon mode again. She's gone weirdo mode. What's up? Witch in gold symbol.
ベアトリーチェはもうすぐ蘇るんだよ。
She herself will revive. Okay, so she won't revive the others. She'll just revive herself.
その時、誰も生き残れはしない。
Nobody, absolutely nobody, none of us, not even you. What a boring story to end on. Everyone just dies and we just see Beatrice running about. What the frick? Come on now. Let me see her then. What do you mean by revive? If you can see her, what do you mean? Isn't she already alive? Revive from where? What? She'll get another human form? She'll come back in human form? We'll get to see how she looked like in the portrait. I bet, bro. After how much this visual novel's been hyping Beatrice, I'm telling y'all, she better have the best voice actress of all of them. If she does come back in human form, she better have give her like some S tier voice actress. Come on now, I've been so impressed with literally everyone's voice acting. Beatrice better be the best. I mean, she's been hyped to be this huge important figure. Come on now.
よくも笑えるもんだぜ。自分だけ蚊帳の外だと思ってるのか。
I don't think she thinks she's safe. She said everyone will die. She said that.
どうして自分の身に危機が迫っていると感じない。
Don't you feel like you're in danger?
どうして怯えない。
Why aren't you scared? Yeah, I'm not. This question doesn't probe me as much as this question. Why isn't she scared? Or why isn't she sad over any of the deaths? Why doesn't she care?
ベアトリーチェは約束してくれたの。
Right. She promised you that you'll be the only one left because you're the messenger, I guess.
私は黄金郷へ連れて行ってもらえるんだよ。
She's going to take you to the Golden Land. Take me too, then. Hey, let me form a promise with Beatrice too. Yeah, take me too. Take me too.
そこはね、しがらみも何もないすべての人たちがずっと一緒にいつまでも優しくし合っていける素敵な場所なんだよ。
Right, so it's the opposite of the family business talk that we were having like, I don't know, 15 hours ago or something in this visual novel. 20 hours ago. Happened a long time ago.
私は楽しみだよ。
You're looking forward to it?
その時はもうすぐだもん。
That time will come soon. Okay, so you mean to tell me that none of us will survive by tomorrow morning when the boats will come? Okay. This is still episode 1, by the way. Holy crap. That's nuts. The amount of things that are happening. And it's only episode 1. And there's less than half of us left. I'm still wondering what's gonna happen the rest of the... That's nuts. Okay, anyway. That time will come very soon. Uh-oh. Just what kind of person is Maria? No idea. I mean, it reminds me of the Hinamizawa syndrome in Higurashi. At the start, I was so confused. Like, why are people killing each other? And I watched the show. I was like, why are they killing each other? Aren't they best friends? Why are they going psycho mode? And why are they then getting revived? You know, they kept getting revived. The next episode, I watched the next episode and I'm like, oh yeah, there's Keiichi again. He's fine. Oh, there's Rena, there's Mion, there's Shion, there's Satoko. You know, all these people are supposed to be dead, but they're alive now, and all of a sudden, and it makes no sense. And I didn't understand anything. I finished season 1, and I'm like, I don't understand anything. And then I watched season 2, and then I was like, oh, now it all makes sense. That's Higurashi, of course. So I'm hoping this has one of those moments. Like, yeah, that's why. That's why they're killing each other. This syndrome that makes them go crazy. I mean, if Maria is inflicted by this syndrome, then that will be something. I don't really know. I don't know. That would be kind of dumb to have two stories in a row, wouldn't it? In both stories, just have this syndrome going on that makes her go crazy. Nah, come on now. Something else is going on, surely. I only know what Maria was like 6 years ago, when she was 3. She had been pure and obedient, a good kid. This new Maria 6 years later and the Maria I knew didn't seem to fit together. Maybe the others know something. George and the rest. Ask them while they're still alive, George. The Battler, I mean. Ask George or Jessica while they're still alive. What's going on with Maria? Just who is she? This witch who calls herself Maria. What if Maria's been the one doing the killings all along? Damn, that would be a plot twist. Alright. This witch. To her, with her obstinate belief in witches, the series of unsolvable crimes is proof that witches actually exist. Every time something occurs that would be difficult for a human, it becomes a little harder for the rest of us to not believe in that witch called Beatrice. It must be an intense pleasure for Maria to see her relatives, who once firmly denied the witch's existence, start acknowledging her existence one by one. Yeah, but it doesn't matter now, does it, Maria? Because we're all dead anyway by that time, so if you acknowledge her existence, we're dead. So, what satisfaction do you get from that? Is that why she's in high spirits? Possibly.
Maria, もう一遍だけ聞く。
Let me ask this one more time.
どうせ答えは同じだろうが、もう一遍だけ聞く。
But I'll ask just once more. Oh, she's gone back to her normal self.
お前は昨日、バラ庭園で手紙をもらった。そいつは誰なんだ？
You're given a letter in the rose garden. Who gave it to you? I'll ask you this one more time, just to make sure she answers Beatrice one more time.
ほう、だからベアトリーチェ。バトラがまだ信じない。
You still don't believe.
ほう。
Maria only repeated what she had already said. Yeah, so why did you ask her? Maria had met with the 19th person, the witch. Had that really been a 19th person, or had that been one of the 18 who told her to say otherwise? All that's certain is that Maria has been with the rest of us constantly, has always had an alibi, and hasn't done anything that would put her under suspicion. She's simply overjoyed at being made Beatrice's messenger, and certainly is not her 19th person. Well, as far as we're aware. I mean, we can be confident in this, yeah, but still. I think, yeah, I think we can be certain to an extent. That's right. I wonder what's written in the letter we picked up in Auntie Evan She's right! I forgot about that! We need to get to that letter! Quick! Aunt Naughty should still have it with her. Right! Have Maria read it. Besides, while we spend time here in the boiler room, we're probably gonna go back up and see everyone that's back up there dead. And it's gonna be only us 4 left. That would be brutal. Interesting that none of the cousins have died yet, though. I'll say that. Glass brick. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Oh. Oh. Wait. What is it now? Oh. That seems 8 p.m. 8 p.m. In the end, Kanon-kun did not regain consciousness. Well, then I think I'll end it there. Kanon-kun did not regain consciousness, of course not. But I think I'll end it there. I just want to check one thing. Character file, because we just heard the raindrop of Kanon. So he's dead now. Confirmed dead. Alright, confirmed dead. With a weapon resembling an ice pick having been rammed into his chest, he was found in the boiler room. How presumptuous for furniture. God damn it. You really had to make that joke? Beatrice, whoever wrote this, whether Beatrice or not, but you really had to make that? You really had to joke? You really have to joke with us like that? You really had to make that joke? Is it that person? Okay, so yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 alive. Tough. That's tough. Okay. Well, I think that's where we'll end that. This part, I was going very slow paced, so I'm sorry about that. I'll go a bit faster paced, I think, next part. But I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. That is the end of chapter, 14? Yeah, we're on chapter 15 now, so let's start chapter 15 next part. And then I'll bet it will take us 2 parts to play, or to read through that. Because it's taken us around 2 parts to read. Ish, well, 2.5 parts to read every chapter thus far, so yeah, I'll see you guys next time for some more Umineko when they cry. And yeah, I'll go a bit faster paced because I feel like this entire part from me could have gone by much faster. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it, as always, or reading it, as always. Um, yeah. Okay, but yeah, I'll okay. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. More Umineko next time. Hope you guys are excited. Sorry for this little pace in this part, but I think a lot to say. So I think that went well. All right, see you guys there. Hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, peace.